Okay, then, to our next story. You know, fake news or information disorder, now you know that, is a vibrant industry in these parts. So purveyors of this evil enterprise aim solely at damaging the reputation of the person or entity. Imagine circulating the story that the country's #2 citizen, Vice President Kashim Shettima, was barred from accessing the seat of power, Aso Rock. The presidency has flatly denied reports that the second citizen was refused access to the villa. In a statement, the senior special assistant to the president on media and communications, Stanley Nkwosha, said the reports were a deliberate and well-planned orchestration of falsehood designed to cause confusion and insinuate total clash in the presidency. What would they think of next, Kayode?
It is, sadly, it is politics. And the bad thing is, whatever we say here, some will still conclude that we are the one that is carrying the fake news. That's the irony of fake news purveyors. You remember that this is becoming a trend. The first time there was this fake news, they said that the vice president is crying out that his position has been taken over by the first son of the president. Later on, they said that, you know, they are coming up with all kinds of insinuations.
Imagine the one they credited to the sole administrator of River State. He asked to see the governor,
the suspended governor,
which was completely fake.
So, citizen, my take is there will be more. There will be all kinds of things.
We ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything. And the only counsel you can give to people is, irrespective of what you see in social media, irrespective of anything we say about unverified stories, some few people should please put on their thinking cap to verify stories from credible mediums. Like they will also say, they've been bought. Our media cannot be bought. You understand? There are media that some opposition will run to. There are media that the ruling party will run to. If none of them is reporting this, why jump into that belief? It's just sheer wickedness. It's sheer, and trust me, and I think it's coming out from the fact that APC appears too formidable. APC appears...
For their liking?
Yes. APC appears too far better than what looking at all the troubles opposition is going through. Probably what you're looking for is, let's demystify them. Let's break into their ranks. Let's find a way of causing disaffection among them. So it's about the interest.
Well, going back to journalism school, in class you are told the 4 major functions of the media. One of them is the gatekeeping function. The journalist is supposed to be a gatekeeper. But we are not gatekeeping, are we?
Well, I think apart from being gatekeepers, we also were taught that when you are in doubt,
you verify.
Leave out.
Or leave out.
Verify. You cannot verify, you just leave out. But you know, there are all sorts of people that are politically exposed who parade themselves as journalists. They have very influential platforms. But the reality of the matter is that they are not media practitioners. They are not trained journalists. They did not go to any journalism school.
Sorry. Kayode, you know that citizen journalism is acceptable. But here we mutilate anything.
Even citizen journalism, there must be some level of integrity. There must be some level of honor.
Credibility.
You know, credibility. Because if you begin to shun out false information all the time, you know, your readers will impose sanctions on you. They will simply discredit whatever you say. So I think this kind of information of this magnitude, you know, that the vice president, you know, they shut out the vice president and all that. There's no way this kind of thing will happen without everybody, at least the major actors will be aware. And this kind of thing will not just happen. There will be a build-up to it. You know, when the former vice president Atiku and, you know, former president Obasanjo had problem, it took a long time. Everybody could read about the sequence of events that led to that crisis. But in this case, from nowhere, just from the blues, you just say that, you know, there's crisis between. But we should also not forget that propaganda is a weapon that is designed, you know, to create diversion, to create illusion, to create a semblance of, you know, anxiety, to create division, even where there's none. So it has been employed over time by political actors You know, they will just create a particular story, color it very beautifully. And if you are not careful, you are reading it. If you are not deep, you will easily be carried, you know, will be carried away by that story, even when it is not true. So they flavor it, they give it life and all that. But the reality is that it's a package of lies. It's a tissue of lies. So this particular one now, you can see clearly that there is nothing like that as far as we are aware today.
Yeah.
You know.
Kayode, does it stand to reason that the number 2 citizen, considering that Mr. President is not in town, is denied access to the seat of power? Number 2 citizen.
Maybe I might disagree with you a bit, because if there's truly disaffection,
yes,
you recall there was some kind of hula baloo like that between President Buhari and Vice President Osinbajo, if you recall.
When he was out of town.
When he was out of town, and the Vice President was given full power of acting president.
Yeah.
You saw some
there
of those moves.
There was a transmission.
Yes, you saw some of those moves where the DG of DSS was fired and all those excesses were done, and after that, there was no transmission of power. So such a thing may make some people, like you said, fester on this fake news. But because this one does not exist, so there is no sign.
No, as I said, the propagandists are still at work.
Exactly. So I see a situation where some people are just looking for different strategies. It's coming from different angles. Please expect. You know, it's unfortunate that when you started your journalism, there was no this kind of social media content. But I must say this to the purveyors of fake news. When you lose credibility, when you lose integrity, you will likely lose your market at the end. Because there are, for example, now, I don't want to mention names, there are some online media that we don't even touch in the newsroom again. Because over time, they've lost their credibility. Whereas there are some bloggers, there are some names where you will give it a touch. Oh, let me confirm this. But some, we don't even bother confirming at all. We don't even bother pushing the button because they have messed up their name. They've messed up their image. They've just worked. Maybe they've been paid to just put some narratives and deceive people. So I just want to beg them that it is better for you to be known. Someone like Oloriyomi, the Premium Times, I'm sorry I have to mention his name, so credible to a large extent. To the extent that from time to time, when you see it in Premium Times, all you just need is one more confirmation from the source, and the story goes on air. But some people, trust me, they are just good at negativity, they're just good at pushing the wrong narratives, and trust me, I just wish our readers can just use simple logics that we schedule for them. Because some of us have done training on fake news, and time will not permit us to share those tips. But a good number of our viewers and readers know these tips.
Wale, so we ain't seen nothing yet.
We should expect more of this. For 8 years, we lived with the lie that there was nothing like, President Buhari, that was somebody.
God bless you.
God
bless you. And sometimes we
are giving the impression that he will,
it's a man from Sudan.
But here is the man, after 4 years, he's still alive, and there's no indication that he's ill. For us that are here...
But you expect the purveyors of such a story to give us an update on that Al-Sudan?
No, they will not.
They will not.
They will not. Even the journalists that claim they attended the burial, people can be so extreme in terms of, telling lies and just cooking up information that is...
They say nothing where X no go see for
Yeah, our responsibility, we are not given any special privilege. We just come here to come and speak the truth to power. So we have nothing personal to gain. So we are just... Our response is to educate Nigerians, at no cost, to let them know what is going on.
After all, the journalists will inform,
educate,
entertain, and educate, which is the key, one key of the 3 legs, one key leg in the 3. In the tripod.
Yes, but we've even extended it. We even set agenda. And when you're setting agenda, it must be built on truth. You will not build agenda on falsehood, on your emotions.
Nigerians want to set agenda for the media house.
Exactly.
Which is crazy.
We need to continue.
They will tell you have to be rude to your guests. You have to insult your guests. You have to make your guests uncomfortable. And you're wondering, Where did they teach us this? Or did you teach us?
No, I should not. Because the idea is for the journalist or broadcaster, if you like, to get popular with the listenership or viewership. If the NBC, which is the regulator.
Yeah.
Or the DSS, the enforcer, when they come, you are standing alone.
Sure.
That public that keeps, applauding you will not be there. You fry in your own stew.
You know, each time the president travels, most of the time you see the vice president coming to the airport to receive him.
Yeah.
So if there is a misunderstanding, I don't think that will be, a pattern. So I think we should be very careful the kind of information we send to the public, at least for the sake of prosperity and the integrity of the media.
So let's lay the story to rest here. There's no such thing as Mr. Vice President, His Excellency Kashim Shettima, being denied access to the seat of power. There's no such thing. Okay.